Welcome back, everybody. We're going to do another walkthrough, and this time with this deck I picked up quite a while ago called the Tarocchi Deck. I don't think I pronounced that right, but I picked it up from a creator called Mr. Freiborg. I think is how I pronounce it. I'm not quite sure. But I bought it a while ago. I never used them, and they were on sale, so I picked up the deck with the expansion packs. So we'll run through both of these. And what I liked about it was the quality. It has really nice high quality. It has 78 cards in it in total. And the booklet, it's typical little booklet. It just goes through the meanings of the cards, pretty basic, nothing fancy, just the basics. So if you know what the cards mean, you don't really need it, but you can use it if you want. And the paper stock of this card, here's the back of the cards. It's matte. It has a nice texture to it, right? All right, so we'll go ahead and just run through these cards really quick. I'm going to drop the camera down to get a little tighter in on these. Give me 1 second. All right. So here we go. Start off with the Fool. And it looks like it might be based off Marseille. Again, I have not used these cards. I haven't really looked at them either. This is the Magician. High Priestess. And they got that skull feel. I've been collecting a lot of these older decks, skull decks lately too. I just really fell in love with this deck. The Empress. I like the fact the shield will probably be on the Emperor also. Let's see. No, it has this symbol instead. That's kind of cool. So there's the symbol of that. It's a dragon. That's really cool. So that's the Emperor. The Hierophant. It's funny. This guy here is not a skeleton. The Hierophant is. The Lovers. Chariot. Justice. What a beautiful deck. I love the artwork on this. The Hermit. I like the numerology here because the way the numbers work, I can't remember the name of the book, but these build on each other. They never subtract, right? So you have the 5 and then the 4 ones is a 9. So it builds on top. It doesn't take away. That's why it's done like this. The Wheel of Fortune. Interesting. Strength. The Hanged Man. That's Death card. Temperance. The Devil. That's a cool Devil card. That's the Tower. Interesting tower, right? Yep, Devil Tower. Huh, that's wild. Star. Hope I didn't miss any before. The Moon. Totally different vibe than Wider Weight. Totally different vibe. Which is not a bad thing. This is the Sun. Judgment. And then the World. Yep, the World card. All right. So that's the Major Arcana cards. And we're going to go through the minors. So the Pentacles. Yeah, it's definitely Marseille. I love that Pentacle of the Ace right there. 2, 3. You can read the reversal because the numbers, you see how they're upside down. That's the only way you could tell on this card here because everything else is so symmetrical. Now I do see some color changes, so if you memorize the cards and how they look, you could read them upside down if the numbers weren't there. So that's kind of cool. If you're into that. 6. 7. Really nice. I love the cardstock. Really nice cardstock. 8. 9. That really does feel like a 9. It has that balance to it. It feels complete. It feels full. Really beautiful card. And then the 10, you complete that cycle. Ready to go back to 1. And it does feel like the pediatric. Yeah, I cannot pronounce the word. I'm going to say it feels complete, okay? Just for lack of better words. But it does feel complete. It feels like a generation, you know? It has just that vibe to it. Okay. The page. The knight. The queen. And then the king. All right, then we're going to go into the cups. It's a really interesting deck. Oh, that's nice. You can definitely feel that there. The union. I can feel a celebration with that for sure. The roses, that's really nice. I don't feel pity party here, but I do feel cloud, so I feel a little bit of off kilter, a little bit confused. So I could definitely feel the 4 in that card. Yeah, nice. That's a 5. This is the 6 of cups. Yeah, peaceful memory. Yeah, I could definitely feel that too. These cups are above the clouds. You have the yellow coming through, pink, very emotional. Humanity tapped into that. Gray for wisdom, memories, the gold and the yes, really nicely done. 7 choices. 8. Huh. Mountains, struggles, water, emotions, moving on beyond that. The moon. Very cool. Then you have 9. All right. The 10 of cups. It does feel happy to me. The color palette you use is really nice. All right, you got the page, the knight, the queen, and then the king. If I did miss a card, let me know as you watch this. Drop a comment. They're kind of sticky a little bit, so I'm hoping I got all the majors. I think I did. All right. Now we're going to go to the... Oh, that's a great sword right there. Ace of Sword. I love that card. Yeah, that roadblocked, right? You can't make a decision. You're really just stuck. You're stuck, completely stuck. I love that card. 3. That is a wild 3. Very religious in that too. Broken Sacred Heart. That's a cool card. That's a really cool card. 4. Oh, that's cool. What a nice take he's done on this. Great color palette. The 5. 6. 7. That's interesting too. It feels jarring a little bit to me. You know, you have the sword pointed down. It's not in a defensive position as down. But you have this sword going up. These going down. This one up, these down. So it's got contention. It feels like it doesn't know what to do. And then the black kind of has a subconscious feel to it. So it's kind of like a person can't make up their mind if they're going to run and go or come and help or whatever. I mean, we know what the Rider Waite meaning is, but this is a completely different feel because even the way he shaped it feels like a harp, but it feels very constrained. The way the swords intertwine. The only sword that is free is this one that you could take up and fight if you had to, because the rest are all tangled up with each other. The 8. Oh, that's nice. The 9. Yeah, definitely would keep me up at night. That does feel very confusing. It feels stressful, actually, with the color palette. The red, the sword's double-edged, swift, piercing, coming at you. It feels like it's all coming at you really fast, too. And then the 10. That's wild, man. Huh, nicely done. Then we go to the page. And then the knight. And then the queen. Beautiful, beautiful queen. And then the king. And what do we have next? Yeah, they're really sticking, so I apologize about that. The wands. Or the batons. I'm not too sure what they call them in this deck, but this is the wands. Huh, that's cool. The world, the decision. That's really interesting. Huh. So the 3 of wands. It's about expansion. But I don't understand this imagery in this card. I have to probably do a little bit of research on it. I'm sure it's there. I'm just not feeling the expansion. And I see the sky with the skull and the wings, so it's movement. I feel the movement. I see the clouds. You're above the confusion and the colors. Huh, very interesting card. The 4. Yeah, I can feel like a celebration in that. Like you completed something and you're ready to go. You expand it and you feel secure. That's nice. The 5. The 5. They're all competing. You have the priest, the emperor. Huh. Here, I'll bring the card a little closer so you can see the symbols in it as well. I kind of get an idea of what he's doing with that. He has the symbols of the Major Arcana in this, and that becomes a 5, so it's competing against all these different, I guess, beliefs, emotions, yourself, others, other ranks. That's a very interesting card. Then the 6. Yeah, a lot of religious overtone in these cards. Okay, the 7. The 8. Oh, man. It's funny, even though the car is flat, you can feel the movement in that. It's very fast feeling card. It'll take a while to get used to because when you first look at it, you would think it's a sword, but it's not. It's the wand. So take a little bit of practicing with this deck to really read with it fluently. The 9. And then the 10 of wands. That does feel heavy for sure. Huh. Interesting deck. I haven't gone slow through a deck review in a long time. Okay, you have the page, the knight, the queen, and then the king. So I guess there are not any extra cards in this deck, which is cool. Huh, okay. So now let's go ahead and look at the expansion pack real quick. So we went through the tarot deck. Now we're going to go through this expansion pack and take a peek at it. All right, so did I miss any cards? I thought there was extra cards, but Guess not. I misread that. Okay, so the expansion. Okay, so this are extra cards you can use in your readings. What do they represent? I don't know. So these are going to be the zodiac symbols. I'm just going to run through them real quick. That's what it was. So the extra cards that were listed in here were actually in the expansion pack. So you have air, right? Water, earth. Yeah, okay. These used to be cards in tarot as well in the original deck. And so they expanded it. Now it's additional. Makes sense. I have a deck somewhere around here that has the meaning of these, but it's not here. I don't have any meaning with this. Doesn't come with anything. Okay. Looks like the Emperor. Hmm. Now we get into the zodiac symbols. Father Time. That's interesting. Huh. I have to find his site and see if you can download something. Is this Aries? Yep. So these are all the symbols of the zodiac. It'd be kind of cool if you're doing like readings on the element reading. I can see you be using them for that. That's cool. Gemini, Cancer, Leo, pyramids. That's cool. Travel, movement. Huh. Interesting. Libra, I guess that's what that is. Assume with the scales balanced. Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and we are going to wrap it up with Pisces. So, that, my friends, is the tarot deck review of the Tarocchi Tarot with the expansion pack. And if you enjoyed this, I'm going to keep it in close. I'm not going to raise back up. If you enjoyed this reading, see, I have not done a walkthrough in so long. If you enjoy this little quick walkthrough, let me know what you think about this deck in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And until next time, I want to see each of you in the next reading or deck walkthrough. All right. Bye, everybody.